Nothing. We played the first song, we played the last song. At least tomorrow you have to start.
Go like, boop. So we should play Hallelujah.
Still selling mimosas? Where are we?
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh my god.
Take the second next one.
Public circumstances. Obviously, it's these chairs hurt my butt.
Where am I? Taking a weird spot.
It's so far back. I should take my leave. Take one tomorrow. I had injections last week. Or actually just Wednesday. On my back. It is hurt probably for most parts. I think it doesn't matter sitting in these chairs. This is going to be a little longer than this morning, so just be ready. We will not go to 30. Let's just forget that. So just 9 to 28. 9 to 28. Repeat. Wait for the. And you can do the bum, bum, bum. That's fine. Or you can just hold it B flat. Whatever you need. You know, all the compression's here. So they're just constantly blowing in, but the way they blow in has nothing to do with the phrasing of the music. So they're just constantly doing this, and then everything, this is all separate.
They have a circular breathing system.
No, it probably would help if they did somehow.
You think it's a traditional
It's sort of like circular breathing, it's about having to do it inside your chest.
They breathe in and out.
Yeah, you can see it. It's just breathing randomly.
I can't understand. It's so weird.
I've seen circular breathing. That's crazy. No, I see nothing like this. The proper static breath. Like you keep throwing up. He's not taking a breath. We're not playing.
One, two, three.
afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Jacksonville University 2021 Commencement Celebration of the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences. Isn't it nice to be out with real people again? Welcome. Nice to have you here. At this time, the presentation of the colors will be conducted by the Jacksonville University Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps. I'd ask you all now to please stand and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. Please parade the colors. Please now join Timothy Keatley, a class of 2021 music education major here at the university, as he leads us in our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you for sharing your gift with us. Very much. Please post the colors. Everyone, please be seated. My personal thanks to Timothy Keatley, class of 2021. If you're interested in the quality of the talent that arrives at this university, majoring in music education. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tim Cost, Jacksonville University class of 1981, proud graduate of the College of Arts and Sciences here. On behalf of the entire university family, it's my honor to welcome you all to campus on a beautiful day. It's a testament to the resilience of this group of young women and men in front of us, and to the faculty and to the staff, that we're able to gather together for these face-to-face commencement exercises on this campus. The past 15 months have brought us now well-known but unprecedented challenges as a nation, as an industry called higher education, certainly as a university. But it's also allowed us to see and to support and celebrate thousands of triumphs of the human spirit right here on these grounds. This is the 16th graduation ceremony I've had the privilege of presiding over, and we've never been more excited to celebrate one than we're about to do here today. While this setup and the logistics may be different than you thought it might be, we've done everything today to keep you safe. Every step we've taken since March the 3rd of 2020 was to keep everyone affiliated with this university safe and healthy. And while those decisions aren't always popular, I'm very pleased to say how well these students, the faculty and staff have done keeping themselves safe. So the seats are further apart and your distance further back. And if you'd like to wear a mask, you certainly may. There's no political statements in them or not in them. For those of us who are speaking, we won't have them on today. As we gather under these historic oak trees dating back to the 1930s, where so many have graduated over the decades, including several of us here on the platform, we were going to remember later today several of the Dolphins who've been here in the past and look toward this incredibly bright future of these young people in front of us. I'd like to thank pianist Skylar Miller, who today is receiving his Bachelor of Music in Piano Performance and a Master of Business Administration. And to our brass choir, brilliant. They're from the Linda Barry Stein College of Fine Arts here on campus, under the direction of Chris Creswell. Chris, thank you very much. Beautiful prelude and processional music. If you want to go to page 3 in your program, you can see the names of all the really talented musicians who are lending their skills to the day's celebration. I'd also like to note for you our terrific bagpiper, also a JU grad, Michael Thomas, class of 1996. Appreciate him bringing us in. Something special about the bagpipes. Thank you, Michael. And many thanks to our senior mace carrier, ceremonial head marshal for this afternoon's celebration. 24 years of service here, and I'm going to ask her to stand for a minute and at least let her wave to us. Your Associate Dean, Dr. Lee Hart. Lee, if you'd stand up, thank you. Acting as marshal today. Now to offer our invocation, I'm pleased to introduce one of our brightest stars, a Jacksonville University graduate of 2020, Mr. Tariq Sims. Tariq graduated with his master's in mental health counseling, and he was the 2020 winner of our university's Clinical Mental Health Counseling Award for Community Advocacy. While earning his master's, Tariq interned and worked for several local counseling centers, and he's now applying his skills full-time at New Seasoned Outpatient Treatment Clinic. Since graduating from here, Tariq has also started his own ministry and hosted mental health symposia throughout our community. So to offer our invocation, please join me in welcoming forward Mr. Tariq Sims. Thank you.
Thank you, President Cost. It is an honor to be back on campus today to celebrate with our graduates, their families, and all esteemed guests. It is truly a momentous day as we gather together to celebrate the class of 2020 and the class of 2021. We are grateful for this opportunity for a moment of quiet reflection. Among us today are family, close friends, brief acquaintances, and those who have never met before. May we all be joined together for the next few hours by our shared joy, excitement, and gratitude. As our graduates hear their names called on this spot where so many have come before them, may they also remember those who have supported them on the wonderful journey. May our time together this afternoon, be a reminder to all of us that hard work, creativity, and sacrifice can make a positive impact far beyond one individual. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Tariq. Very fortunate to have you in the Dolphin family. Ladies and gentlemen, on this special day, as we applaud the success of these graduates, let me draw your attention to the flags flying right directly behind us here on the platform. These flags represent all of the home countries of our graduating class today, including, of course, the United States, but from all around the globe. It's part of the fabric and the nature of the culture of Jacksonville University to expose ourselves to other ideas. It represents everything from Belize and Brazil to Ghana, Montenegro, and the United Kingdom. Over the course of our 87 years as a university, we've graduated students from all 50 United States and more than 100 countries from around the world. The diversity of our graduating class is consistent with our university motto, Fiat Lux, or Let There Be Light. And just as important as the many places from which these students have come to be here today are the greater places we know they're poised to go soon. At this very moment, Jacksonville University alumni are living and striving and thriving in institutions of all types all around the world. Places like Mercedes-Benz and the St. Patrick's Cathedral, Google and Amazon, NBC, Major League Baseball, the United Nations, on Broadway, even here at our university, as well as many of the top graduate schools from Washington, D.C. to London. Today, we award JU degrees to 695 members of the class of 2020 and 649 members of the class of 2021. These students have proven themselves to be hardworking and dedicated, and we know they're going to go from here with integrity. We celebrate our bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and doctoral degree candidates across multiple fields this afternoon, including our first ever Doctor of Occupational Therapy graduates. Momentous day. Congratulations. We also have 20 exemplary students who are receiving both a Bachelor of Nursing and a Master of Nursing degree today. Every student walking across this stage today joins the nearly 40,000 Jacksonville University graduates dating all the way back to the 1930s. So we warmly welcome all of you, the class of 20 and the class of 21. We also welcome today our esteemed keynote speaker, a great friend to our university and to our region, an accomplished executive who's transforming healthcare options for our neighbors in St. Johns County, the President and Chief Executive Officer of Flagler Health, Mr. Jason Barrett. And we'll all hear from him in just a few moments. We're fortunate to have another typical Jacksonville University graduation sunny Saturday. But it's getting warmer and you don't have a 30-pound wool robe on. Trust me, it's getting warmer. So I will keep my remarks very brief, 2 minutes. To our graduates, I offer you my warmest congratulations. It's an honor to be a fellow alum with you now. You are a tenacious and fearless group. You've weathered unbelievable trials that none of us could have predicted. We challenged you to do better and to make us better, and you achieved that. You're the reason many of us believe the global future is bright. I'll pay you the highest compliment one graduate of this university can pay another. When you leave, you've made this place better. You made it better than it was when you got here just a couple of years ago. And that's hard to do to an 87-year-old lady, but you did it. And I'm grateful. You've earned your place here this morning. I offer you my personal thanks as well as my congratulations. Our goal has always been straightforward for you, to challenge your intellect and to equip you with the knowledge and the skills to compete, to encourage your exemplary character and work ethic, and then to turn you loose to take on the world and make it better. And you have competed and excelled at every turn. To the family and friends that are here in support all the way in the back, congratulations to you and thank you for your support and sacrifice at all levels of graduation today. We know how much you've done to make this possible. We know you've worked hard. This celebration is your celebration as well. To our dedicated faculty, so many turning out today, who've adapted and persevered in the face of teaching challenges across this country that were so daunting, and I thank them for their leadership and for their scholarship, and in many, many cases, a unique partnership as we wrestled with the challenges of the modern private university. And to our university staff, thank you for the quality of work every day, even as people were working from home to deliver what we have to these young women and men. I'd like to now briefly introduce our university leadership, notable friends and guests, and I would ask them to stand briefly as their name. First, representatives from our Board of Trustees. First, our chairman of our Board of Trustees, a major university supporter, and the president of Best Bet Jacksonville, Mr. Jamie Shelton. A trustee and international healthcare executive, Ms. Laura Angelini, trustee JU Alumna, a classmate of mine, and higher education consulting entrepreneur, Ms. Cynthia Chomiak. Thank you all for being here today. Just a thought on this Board of Trustees, very talented group of 25 men and women. Your university is in very good hands. Now it's my pleasure to introduce your senior leadership team, names that many of these students know well. Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and your Provost, Dr. Christine Sapienza. Vice Provost, Dr. Sherry Jackson. Your Dean of the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences, Dr. Mark Tillman. Dean of the Davis College of Business, Dr. Barbara Ritter. Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Matthew Corrigan. Dean of the Linda Barry Stein College of Fine Arts, Dr. Tim Snyder. And now to introduce to you our cabinet. Senior Vice President and our Dean of Students, Dr. Christy Gover. Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Randy Freeborn. Senior Vice President for Economic Development and a proud JU alumna, Ms. Margaret Dees. Senior Vice President for Strategic Operations, Mr. Scott Bacon. Senior Vice President for People and Culture, Chief Compliance Officer and Legal Counsel, Ms. Alana Forte, and Vice President of Finance and Business Operations, Dr. Matt Swanson. I thank all of you. I thought I would check to make sure someone was here, and I'm very glad she is. Representing all of our students, our Jacksonville University Student Government Association President for 2020, Ms. Sade Meeks. Thank you, Sade, for being here. I'd also like to thank all the presidents, parents, council members, all those who've dedicated themselves and invested in what we do. And I thank the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences Advisory Board, represented today over here by the university's First Lady, Stephanie Cost, Dr. Diane Rains, and two very, very special people who've had a long association with this university and who've meant so much and are the namesakes of the Kegwin School of Nursing. Please, let's welcome Mr. and Mrs. Jack and Beverly Kegwin. Jack and Beverly. Before I introduce our board chairman for brief remarks, like many of you, our university lost a number of very close friends throughout the COVID year. Many from COVID, many for other reasons. And like any time you lose a family member, I'll take the opportunity to just remember a few of these titans in about a minute or less. But their names I'd like to leave with you that you know. A gentleman who shook my hand the day I graduated from here in 1981, Mr. Bob Shercliffe. Bob Shercliffe passed away recently, a rare combination, business, philanthropy, a gifted visionary for the city of Jacksonville. For over 90 years, Bob stood for everything this university stands for, is a former chairman of the board, and we will miss him. Mr. Bill Gay. Mr. Bill Gay, another former chairman of the board here, who just passed away. And whether the students know it or not, most of the buildings on this campus work the way they do because of W.W. Gay. And we miss him a great deal. Greg Nelson, basketball player here in the class of 1971, who played with Artis Gilmore in the famous 1970 team that played against UCLA for the national championship. And Greg became one of the great developers in this country and helped us create the north side of campus. And for every one of you that's working in that brand new building over there, a lot of thanks go out to Greg Nelson for that. Andy Moran, longtime board member. 8 members of the Moran family have attended this university. Andy was a wonderful benefactor. And finally, a word on a woman whose name is not only all over this campus, but resonated with every one of us dating back to when she got here in 1958. She was here on a 1-month assignment in 1958 and gave us 62 years of leadership and passed away on Mother's Day in 2020, Dr. Frances Bartlett Kinney. I think Dr. Kinney was the greatest educator in the last half century in this entire region, and everything about Fran Kinney informs the culture of this university, the classes and the curriculum and how we move and our optimism. So let's please have a moment for Dr. Kinney. And it was on my own graduation day in '81 where we got to shake, as did Marty Chomiak, as did others. We got to shake Fran Kinney's hand, take 2 steps, and shake Bob Shercliffe's hand. And as you think about your day today, if you remember nothing other than this, remember how you feel today. And I can remember walking past those two giants thinking, that's a pretty good start. I better not screw it up. And they have been a great guidepost for this university. I'd like to now introduce the chairman of our board to offer welcome from the Board of Trustees, one of the real leaders in our community in business and civic leadership, Mr. Jamie Shelton. Jamie?
Thank you, President Koss, and good afternoon, soon-to-be graduates of Jacksonville University. It's my pleasure to represent the Board of Trustees this afternoon. We call this is game day for us. I mean, to be here and celebrate with you, your accomplishments, your family, your friends, this is what we as trustees work for and appreciate. As all of us are intensely focused on making the learning environment and student experience here better, to continue supporting and promoting your success, the success of every student who follows you. It's tradition to encourage graduates to see life as a journey, a series of decisions that lead you down many paths and aisles after college. Your journey this past year, as you well know, has been filled with lots of potholes and trip-ups that we could not have imagined a little over a year ago. But you have passed those with great perseverance and determination, and you have succeeded to come here today. As you look at your personal and professional horizons stretching out in front of you today, we encourage you to not only to enjoy your journey, but also to look for the adventures as you make that journey. Adventuring requires taking risk, and your time at Jacksonville University has given you the foundation for success and resilience in the face of those risks. While you were here, you shaped the future that fits your strengths, your passions, and your aspirations. You tried, and in some cases you failed, but you got up again with the support and encouragement of your friends, your students, the faculty, the staff, and all of those around you. Now you're prepared to make your own way in an uncertain world with so many obstacles but opportunities for you. In closing this afternoon, I encourage each of you as you spend and leave here today, as you walk down the aisles of life that you will choose to go, to reach across the aisle, to reach across to the other side and extend your hand, knowing that we're all part of the same human race, but we all have different views and opinions. But we can reach across the aisle, and we can walk together, and we can listen to each other, and we can converse. And while we may not always agree, but there are issues out there with us walking together, whether it be politics, whether it be climate changing, whether it be the recent social injustices of our society, or whether it be your sexual orientation, we can learn from each other, and we can advance and move down the aisles of life together, and we will make this world a better place, and know that myself and the trustees and the people up here today appreciate you doing that, and we all wish you Godspeed in your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now it's my privilege to introduce to you your Dean, the Dean of the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences, one of the most accomplished leaders on our campus and a particular favorite of our students. Dr. Mark Tillman joined our university in June 2020. And if you remember what was going on in your life of June 2020, that's a challenging moment to arrive on a new campus to offer leadership. It was right in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic that changed everything about the way we lived and the way we learned. Dr. Tillman brought with him an impressive set of skills in the advanced field of biomechanics. His prior experience as dean at 2 well-respected colleges, and his success as an educator and a researcher, he brought all those to the challenge of continuing to accelerate the success of this college. He's led your college through a period of innovation and partnership, combined with strong demand for the skills you possess as you graduate from your university. Under Dr. Tillman's leadership, we've created strategic partnerships. For example, with Avality to address the nation's shortage of primary care providers by supporting nurse practitioners gaining the credentials to practice independently. He helped lead us with a partnership with Baptist Health to deliver an accelerated nursing degree program to meet increasing demand for skilled healthcare workers. With the City of Palm Coast to launch the new Jacksonville University Palm Coast campus to bring in-demand healthcare graduate programs such as speech-language pathology and clinical mental health counseling to Flagler and Volusia counties. And he's hard at work on future partnerships with Mr. Jason Barrett here and what's going on so successfully at Flagler Health. Dr. Tillman's passion for mentoring students, commitment to facilitating your success, and focusing on the development of programs and partnerships for our graduates continue the impressive trajectory of this college. Please join me in welcoming forward to the podium your dean, Dr. Mark Tillman. Mark? Hi, my brother. Have fun, okay?
Thank you, President Koss, for all those kind words. I can assure you that our success in the college is not due to me. It's due to all the people that we have working for us who are far smarter and better leaders than I am. Congratulations to all the graduates of the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences. I am honored to be here today and even more proud to be your dean. Today you join the top 7% of the world's population in terms of education. You might not be aware of that, but actually only 7% of the people in the entire world hold a bachelor's degree or higher. So you are truly elite and poised for future success. I also realize that this journey has not been easy for you, and that the short walk across this stage that each of you will make this afternoon could never accurately represent the challenges that you and the dedicated faculty and staff of Jacksonville University have faced over the past several months. You originally enrolled here because you're high achievers with tremendous abilities. Earning an advanced degree in the midst of a global pandemic is proving that you have something more, and that something more is grit, where grit has 4 dimensions: growth, resilience, instinct, and tenacity. Your growth mindset allows you to seek and consider new ideas and different approaches. Your resilience allows you to respond constructively to adversity. Your instinct allows you to use your gut to pursue the right goals in the smartest ways. Your tenacity allows you to relentlessly go after whatever you choose to achieve. And what we're learning today is that you're also very resistant to heat stress. So in order to graduate today, you dug deep, did whatever it took, struggled, sacrificed, and perhaps even suffered. Please stay gritty, and your future successes will be guaranteed. Now it is my pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, President and Chief Executive Officer of Flagler Health, Mr. Jason Barrett. Jason is a recognized thought leader in the healthcare space with a focus on transforming healthcare experiences to be affordable, accessible, convenient, and personalized. In his current role, he oversees the operations and strategy for Flagler Health, a total care enterprise advancing the physical, social, and economic health of Northeast Florida communities. Since joining the Flagler organization as Vice President of Operations in 2003, Jason has served in a number of executive roles, including Chief Administrative Officer, Chief Integration Officer, and Chief Operating Officer. Jason holds a Master of Science in Systems and Engineering Management from Texas Tech University, and both a Master of Business Administration and a Bachelor of Health Science and Health Administration from the University of North Florida. He is also very active in our community, having served as the chairman of the St. Johns County Economic Development Council, a board member of the St. Johns County Educational Foundation, a mentor in the Take Stock in Children program, and a board member of the St. Johns County Planning and Zoning Agency. He is currently an active member of the First Coast Healthcare Executives Group and the American College of Healthcare Executives. Mr. Barrett is passionate about addressing mental illness and substance abuse among young people in America, serving on the State of Florida Children and Youth Cabinet and on the Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida, and the Youth Cabinet and on the Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida Board of Governors. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming forward your commencement keynote speaker, President and CEO of Flagler Health, Mr. Jason Barrett.
Thank you, Dean Tillman. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I must say, what a great-looking group. You know, it's exhilarating to actually be with real, live people instead of these grainy Zoom images. However, I must confess, I do have some fantastic backgrounds. It might be a surprise to some of you that my office really doesn't back up to the Golden Gate Bridge. In spite of all that, we have much to give thanks for today. But being here in person to celebrate your success is truly a gift. I'd first like to thank the Board of Trustees, President Cost, and the esteemed faculty for the opportunity to be here today. Most importantly, I'd like to thank today's graduating class for the honor of being with you and your families on this very special day. Graduates of the Jacksonville University, Brooks Rehabilitation, College of Healthcare Sciences, you are extraordinary. Even among a profession of heroes, you are extraordinary. I applaud you for your courage and your humanity as you embrace a noble calling, the most noble of callings, caring for others. That you've chosen to dedicate your talents and compassion towards the betterment of the vulnerable during this uniquely challenging time gives me great hope for the future we share. We've all been affected by the events over the past year, whether struggling with the loneliness of isolation, providing support to loved ones in need, or personally battling the physical and emotional tolls of COVID, we've all endured hardship. I know for you graduates, this day of joy is just a little bit bittersweet as you look back on the precious moments that were lost due to this pandemic. As students in the healthcare field, having to replace human touch and interaction with sometimes cumbersome technology must have been extraordinarily difficult. Finding new ways to bond as a class and share deserved accomplishments wasn't easy. And with that, I don't think anyone would blame you for feeling at least a little bit denied. Yet what I see here today is tenacity. I see resolve. I see a refusal to give in to fear. It is exactly this type of resilience that will serve you well in the service of others. And as caregivers, it is your mission to serve. I'm often asked why I chose a profession in healthcare. I'd like to say that I had the same foresight that many of you graduating today here likely have, in knowing what you wanted to do at an early age. That was not exactly the case for me. After the recession in the early 90s, I was just happy to have a job, which happened to be in healthcare. I did connect with the mission of our work right away, and I found myself wanting to learn everything there is to know about the delivery of care, without, of course, actually picking up a scalpel. That was my gift to humanity. It was only after some time of this that I realized perhaps Providence directed me to caring as a career. More specifically, I grew up watching my parents struggle to access care for my special needs brother. I saw the firsthand frustration and the fear that comes along with the inability to help a loved one. It came to me as I thought about this newfound passion I had developed for healthcare that sometimes a profession chooses you. Later, as an adult, I found myself facing some of the same challenges my parents had as I tried to help my own son access all the tools and resources he needed to overcome substance abuse and depression. I knew again that this career in healthcare had been specially chosen for me. The irony of this passion wasn't lost on me either. The passion for caring was born out of a deep personal struggle. I may not be a doctor or a nurse or care provider like many of you, but through my work, I can help design systems
create influence that will help people. People that I love dearly, like my brother and my son. Which brings me to my charge to you today, and it's a simple one. You must become an emissary of hope. I cannot overstate the value of the currency of hope. Hope is more than a wish. Hope is not simply a dream. Hope is creating and sustaining a compassionate view for what can be. The power of healing depends first and foremost on lighting and shining a hopeful perspective. There's so much unknown, so much that cannot be controlled in healthcare. We all marvel at the wonders of modern medicine, certainly seen recently with the advent of life-saving vaccine to free us from the grips of this pandemic. Yet as much as we celebrate the extraordinary advancements in the science of medicine, I would assert the greatest achievement is in the art of the human connection. Because despite so many wondrous breakthroughs, there is still the cancer patient who needs your gentle concern, the accident victim whose bereaved loved ones need comfort, the child suffering depression who needs you to reach deep for understanding. It is this ability to empathize, to share a view that encourages one to forge on, even in the face of great adversity, that truly makes one a caregiver. That shared view, that connection, that hope is what brought you here today and will serve you well in your careers. As vital as the many skills you've learned here at JU will be to your success, it's this dogged pursuit of hope that will truly advance care and ignite the healing power you bring to your patients. A conscious effort by each and every one of you to connect with those that you serve, to instill hope that will at long last make the art of caring a vital partner to the science of healing. As you go forward to practice your calling, and it is a calling, I would implore you to make the touchstone of every action with those in your care hope. Again, be that emissary of hope. So as I conclude, I would remind you, as one of my heroes once wrote, we are only immortal for a limited time. So make your life significant. I applaud you all and wish you much joy in your chosen profession. Please celebrate your well-earned success with your family and friends. And most importantly, please continue to be that agent for hope. Thank you, and congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Jason. I can feel the sincerity in your message, and I hope all of you as students can do the same. We really appreciate you reminding us of the power of our collective passion and the value of being agents of hope for our communities. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jason Barrett. I'm pleased now to undertake an important commencement tradition, recognizing a number of our most accomplished students. First, I'd like to direct your attention to page 6 in your program, to the names of the many student award recipients who were formally celebrated earlier this week by their respective colleges, schools, and institutes. These individuals have excelled academically and distinguished themselves as leaders during their time on campus. Please join me in congratulating each one of these talented and capable men and women. At this time, we recognize the extraordinary graduates of our college who are receiving 2 premier university awards: the President's Award for Outstanding Leadership and the Fred B. Noble Gold Medal for Scholarship. When each recipient is announced, we ask you to stand to be recognized. The President's Award for Outstanding Leadership is presented annually in recognition of student leadership, character, academic performance, and service. Our 2020 graduate recipient in this is graduating with his master's degree in kinesiological sciences. He is a young man of exemplary character who has contributed to a variety of student organizations and university departments, captaining of the men's soccer team, serving as vice president of the Student Athletic Advisory Committee, working as a presidential fellow following his undergraduate degree and now in his role as graduate assistant for the men's soccer team. Recognized today for his collegial approach and insight, please join me in congratulating the 2020 recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Leadership, Mr. Jack Burns. Our 2021 recipient is graduating with her Master of Science in Speech Language Pathology after receiving her undergraduate degree in Communication Sciences and Disorders from JU in 2019. She has excelled academically and is one of only 2 students to earn a perfect 4.0 grade point average in the Speech Language Pathology program. She is a trusted peer leader, serving as president of the JU chapter of the National Student Speech Language and Hearing Association. She was instrumental in working with the Brooks Rehabilitation Aphasia Center to organize the 2nd annual Aphasia Awareness Night at a Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp game. Throughout her time as a graduate student, she consistently volunteered to join faculty members at speech, language, and hearing screenings in the Jacksonville community. Her leadership was especially important during the pandemic as classmates sought her calming presence and advice as they faced uncertainty and anxiety. And we also need to note she has contributed her time and energy to our campus family while also managing to transition her own 4 children to virtual learning during the pandemic. For her positivity, thoughtfulness, stellar academic performance, and unflagging leadership, please join me in congratulating our 2021 recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Leadership, Ms. Wendy Fu. Next, we recognize academic excellence in memory of the late Fred B. Noble, one of the founders of Jacksonville University, an original trustee who built a successful business career before he returned to our university to formally earn his degree here. He walked in this very ceremony, completing his bachelor's degree at age 84 and his Master of Arts in Teaching in 1974 at the age of 91. The Fred B. Noble Gold Medal for Scholarship, first awarded in 1957, goes to students who have earned the highest grade point average in their graduating class. This year we celebrate 2 seniors, each graduating summa cum laude, each with a perfect 4.0 GPA, a remarkable achievement. We ask these students to stand and be recognized as their names are called. Please join me in congratulating our 2020 Noble Gold Medal honoree, receiving her Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Amelia Jade Beasley. Please join me in congratulating our 2021 Noble Gold Medal honoree, receiving her Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, Shaylee M. Beefus. Thank you. We invite our recipients to please come forward at the end of our ceremony to the alumni tent at the rear of the Howard Building to receive your well-earned award. Congratulations to all of our award recipients today and throughout this week. You truly personify the best attributes of our college and our university. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to a colleague and friend whose enthusiasm, skill, and dedication are leading the impressive academic progress here on campus. She is world-renowned in the field of communication science and disorders and speech pathology as an inventor, educator, author, and researcher. More importantly, she is a tireless leader and an educational innovator. Here to recognize our faculty, please welcome Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Christine Sapienza.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Dean Tillman, for those kind words. I appreciate it. Will our faculty members please stand? Faculty, you have my deepest gratitude and my sincere admiration for guiding us through such a remarkable year and guiding our students to this successful day we call graduation. To our gathered guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is a devoted group of educators, counselors, researchers, and practitioners who work tirelessly to ensure the success of our students. Their persistence in the face of unprecedented challenges during this past year has benefited our students immensely. Please join me in recognizing and thanking them for their continued commitment to excellence. Please be seated, faculty. Thank you. Each year, a member of the Jacksonville University faculty who embodies the ideals of this university as a stellar teacher and scholar is selected by their faculty, their peers. The faculty member is given the honorary title, Professor of the Year. Our 2020 Professor of the Year is a dedicated Associate Professor of Voice in the Linda Berry Stein College of Fine Arts. She is an award-winning performer and regularly directs our highly regarded student musical theater productions. As a director, she focuses on archival research to bring her shows and characters to life. We are grateful for her talents, making our campus a more lively musical place. Please join me in congratulating and recognizing our 2020 Professor of the Year, Professor Kimberly Beasley. Congratulations, Kimberly. Our 2021 Professor of the Year is a talented Associate Professor of Mathematics and the Director of the university's Honors and Scholars Program. His expertise is in typology, data science, and data security, which help launch our data science programs. He is helping to propel our mathematics and data science graduates into careers in cutting-edge fields like the health sciences, financial services, and logistics management. Please join me in congratulating and recognizing our 2021 Professor of the Year, Dr. Daniel Mosley. Congratulations, Dan.
Thank you, Provost Sapienza. And congratulations to all students who were just awarded. To Dan Mosley and Kim Beasley, that's as well as we do that here. We are great believers in the quality of the teaching. And to have an opera star and a data scientist recognized, I think tells you an awful lot about the range of what we try to bring forward here at the university. So my personal congratulations to both of you. Tremendous, tremendous professors both. It is time now, if it's agreeable to the group, for some important business, the conferring of degrees. Is that agreeable? If Dr. Sapienza would join me, it's my pleasure now to initiate the conferring of degrees for bachelor's, for master's, for doctors, and for dual degree candidates. I'll invite our audience to pay special attention, if you would, to the cords and the stoles around the necks of our graduates as each one of them walks across. Each one of them is going to walk across, and for their safety, they won't be hugging me or shaking hands. They'll be picking up and walking across and having their photo taken. But our students earn these emblems of recognition around their necks for academic achievement, for athletic performance, for being part of student organizations and leadership while they dedicate their time and talent on our campus. In addition, each graduating student who has already thoughtfully invested financially in their alma mater already, through the Nellie Student Support Fund for other students, through the JU Scholarship Support Fund for other students, or directly to their college or their sport or their organization, they're wearing a tricolor cord representing their spirit of philanthropy. And I do hope you'll notice that at a time of what you all went through for COVID, all of us, these students have dug deep and invested, paid it forward to their fellow students during this challenging period. Remarkable. These cords represent our students' commitment to being involved in shaping the life of our university. For that, we thank every one of you. Dr. Sapienza is now going to lead us, and I'm going to confer degrees.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, it is my privilege and pleasure on behalf of the university faculties to certify that these bachelor degree candidates, master degree candidates, doctoral degree candidates, and dual degree candidates have met or are scheduled to meet all requirements for their respective degrees, and to present them to you for the conferring of their degrees. Students, please stand. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Sapienza. By the authority granted to Jacksonville University by virtue of its charter and articles of incorporation according to the laws of the state of Florida, I have received the recommendations of your faculty, who in solemn session have declared each one of you worthy of your degrees and have recommended the granting of such degrees. So, by virtue of my authority as president, delegated by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each one of you the bachelor's, master's, doctor, or dual bachelor's and master's degree from Jacksonville University with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Jacksonville University class of 2020 and 2021. It is now time to turn your tassels to the left and allow me to be the first of many to say congratulations, you are now graduates of Jacksonville University. Please be seated. Will the marshals now escort our graduates by rows to the platform? Graduates, consistent with our work to prioritize your health and safety, please give each other a little bit of room. Be aware that the scrolls are here for you to pick up as you walk past, and please stop for a commemorative photo as you go by. As our graduates make their way to the stage, I'd like to make note that our doctoral candidates this afternoon will be hooded by several professors and staff who've received their COVID-19 vaccinations and will be wearing masks out of respect for the health of our graduates. Our Doctor of Nursing graduates will be hooded by Associate Dean Dr. Lee Hart and Dean Mark Tillman. Our Doctor of Occupational Therapy graduates will be hooded by Chair of Occupational Therapy Dr. Michael Justice and OT Professor Dr. Emily Pugh. We are grateful for their willingness to help us safely continue a long tradition here of hooding our well-deserved doctoral candidates. Continuing along JU tradition, we also invite family members to stand as their graduate is announced. I know this sometimes gets raucous, but you're invited. Thank you. I'm pleased to recognize our readers today, Dr. Julius Demps, Professor of Management in the Davis College of Business, and Ms. Alana Forte, Senior Vice President for People and Culture, Chief Compliance Officer, and Legal Counsel. Let's begin, Dr. Demps and Ms. Forte.
We now present the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences 2020 Bachelor's Graduates. Vanessa Chantel Vasquez.
Ruby Locha Ala, cum laude.
Jasmine Nicole Stoll, magna cum laude.
Janine Elizabeth Menjivar, cum laude.
Paige Emily Clayton.
Travis John Guy.
Shonda Wilson Reed, cum laude, Phi Kappa Phi.
Angelito Bernier, summa cum laude.
Brianna M. Walker.
Blanca Diaz.
Carlene Matthews.
Gailey M. Verrett.
Ricardo Pierre Porta, summa cum laude, Phi Kappa Phi.
Sonia Rose Darlene Urdain.
Annette J. Campbell Bassan.
Ryan Austin Harper.
Mary Catherine Downs.
Whitney K. Williams.
Jessica Burton.
Trey Micah Minifield.
Jared Jovan Hamilton, cum laude.
Chelsea Renee Brown.
Stefan Aaron Spicer.
Alexander Nelson Turnock, summa cum laude, Phi Kappa Phi.
Zoe R. Thompson.
Caitlin Elizabeth Gaynor.
Kayla Marie Rago.
Faith Victoria Keener.
Grace Bethany Keener.
Hope Jessica Keener.
Alyssa Janelle Robinson.
Trimitopo Olenkienka Osolana, cum laude.
This concludes the class of 2020 bachelor's graduates. We now present the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences 2021 bachelor's graduates.
Tangela Tanae Means, cum laude.
Kimberly Nicole Brostek.
Breton Rayleigh Torrance, cum laude, University Honors.
Heather M. Korzik.
Adriana J. Restrepo.
Connor James Carter, cum laude, University Honors.
Scarlett Parmatop, cum laude.
Hannah Lindsay Coleman, summa cum laude, Phi Kappa Phi.
Cecilia A. Garcia.
Jared Douglas Morris, cum laude.
Gabriella Nicole Campbell, magna cum laude.
Allison Nicole Ventrone, summa cum laude, Phi Kappa Phi.
Stephanie Christina Diani, magna cum laude, Phi Kappa Phi.
Thomas Ward Pierce.
Regina R. Avanzado.
Sarah Lee Reyes Parisi.
Monica Elaine Mangansai.
Eslaine Matea.
Andrea M. Stewart.
Taylor Marie DiCarlo.
Cecilia R. Cherico.
Haley Elizabeth Beals, cum laude.
Melissa Ann Rebedu.
Skylar Arlene McBride, cum laude.
Samantha Marie Edwards.
Maria Gabrielle Byers.
Erin Geraldine Dye, magna cum laude.
Madison R. Dorsey, summa cum laude, Phi Kappa Phi.
Allison Marie Lucas.
Paige Bedard.
Rebecca E. Pali.
Marissa Jane Hughes.
Regina K. Fraga.
Nancy Combs.
Juanita A. Boykins.
Nancy A. McLean, Phi Kappa Phi.
Samantha Lee Corno Wilson.
Karen Morales, summa cum laude, Phi Kappa Phi.
Kendall Anise Weed Amoyer, magna cum laude.
Jade Yannick Cobbs.
Mackenzie Joe Salinger, summa cum laude.
Mary Kathleen Hain, cum laude, University Honors, Phi Kappa Phi.
Michael Joseph Halfin.
Edwin Ortiz.
Matthew Martin Hancock.
Car Gil Romero, summa cum laude, Phi Kappa Phi.
Grace K. Cuthbert, cum laude.
Yapi Santos. Hannah Yapi Santos.
Valerie Abigail Guillaume.
Taylor Renee Mobley.
Mackenzie Lee Torres, cum laude.
Sheena Catrice Sullen.
Christina Zagribenya.
Amani Santos.
Haley Danielle Midyet.
Allison Lynn Rice, cum laude.
Madison Caroline Coleman.
Mackenzie Adele Trewick, cum laude.
Kayla Maria Parente.
Mackenzie K. Paget.
Aubrey Elizabeth Jones.
Kimberly Diane Smith.
Akayla Lois Plummer.
Brianna Teresa Riley, cum laude.
Delia Patricia Hernandez, cum laude, University Honors.
Patricia Dominique Sarita Acedo.
Kylie Elizabeth Rogers, magna cum laude.
Austin Jacob Loai.
Madison Nicole Kaufman, magna cum laude, University Honors.
Shaylee M. Beefus, summa cum laude, University Honors, Phi Kappa Phi.
Allie Mackenzie Mills, cum laude, University Honors.
Michaela Cox.
Brandon Alonzo Dudley.
Austin Colby Temple.
Zasha J. Harvey, magna cum laude.
Janice D. Tyson.
Kiera Wilson, cum laude.
Terrence Sherrard Coley Jr.
Johnny Ahmad Cooper, magna cum laude.
Brighton Todd Edward Walker, magna cum laude, University Honors.
Eric Andrew Hall.
Enrique L. Soto.
Renata Maria Elevy, Phi Kappa Phi.
Kimberly Rochelle Dean.
Julia Marie Walton.
Tamara Marie Rader.
Sheena Martin McNulty.
Tamika L. Craig.
Jemiah Jackson.
Jannard Malik Curry.
Farah Hope Gunam.
Jasmine Linnell Printers.
Rose Berlin Devlin.
Christian Berglund.
Naomi Joy Gribben.
Alyssa Brianna Brake.
Tyler Ryan Arnold.
Kelsey Patricia Lanabau.
Millie Ciavata.
Jacob Daniel Torres.
Keith A. Anthony.
Kenneth James McKelwey, Phi Kappa Phi.
Jessica L. Halfin, Phi Kappa Phi.
Kendall J. Thompson.
Haley Eileen Ballard.
Gianna Louise Cardosi.
Rachel Lynn Purcell.
Jasmine Presendew.
Sarah Bethany Webb, Phi Kappa Phi.
Deborah Klein.
Colleen R. Kennedy.
Rebecca Bayardo Cabrera, Phi Kappa Phi.
Gertrude Suze Manushka Polycarp.
Marisol Hernandez.
April Starks Marshall.
Michelle Marie Perez.
Ashley E. Eggert.
Rhonda M. Segovin. This concludes the class of 2021 bachelor's graduates.
I need them to stop so we can answer. I'm going to tell Pam. Pam. Can you have them stop here when they get in the car? Because if we need to clarify the pronunciation, we can ask them. Is that okay? Thank you. No, it's okay. Oh, yeah, for sure.
We now present the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences 2020 Master's Graduates. Dora Enith Irizarry.
Christian Alexander Thornton.
Shay Rashard Akins.
Alyssa Marie Anguiano.
Ronika Shante Moore.
Sarah Rose Jakeaway.
Catherine Marie Gaffney.
Tracy Elizabeth Jennings.
Latika June Johnson. Pi Kappa Phi Sigma Theta Tau.
Katrina Earnhardt Magyar.
Carrie Michelle Kavanaugh Phi Kappa Phi.
Jack Burns.
Joshua Charles Nichols.
Mary France Brock.
Shinat Turker Phi Kappa Phi.
Wendy Cresswell Dean.
Okay, are you master? Yes. Okay. Amanda O'Leary Phi Kappa Phi.
Adrian D. Thomas, Phi Kappa Phi.
Marie Dawn Zepp.
Miranda Eve Mitchell.
Christelle Abranica.
Randy Tamik Bede.
Brooke Kylie Grant.
Alexandra W. Newland, Phi Kappa Phi.
Mary J. Wren.
Alicia A. Alexander.
Alejandro Ruiz Garcia.
Walter Lawrence Colvin, Jr.
Brianna L. Mayhew.
Alexandra Elizabeth Wiles.
Lauren Tebow Everly. This concludes the class of 2020 Master's Graduates.
It's all right, we'll save this one.
Except one. Tariq Sims. We now present the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Health Sciences 2020 dual degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing and Master of Science in Nursing graduates.
Aaron C. Bowen.
This concludes the class of 2020 dual degree graduates. We now present the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences 2021 Master's Graduates. Chrislyn J. Sharp, Phi Kappa Phi.
Jenny L. Hood.
Maureen Hamilton Lacera.
Clarissa Maurice Dantes.
Sai Liu.
Brandon Lee Trumbull.
Constance Grace Compton.
Allison Lee Ross.
Renee S. Schock.
Austin David Rowe.
Brianna Lynn Bieber.
Jenna Ruth Sanders.
Molly G. Males.
Jennifer Livingood.
Allison Lynn Daly, Phi Kappa Phi.
Sujin Lee, Phi Kappa Phi.
Christy Ann Cormier.
Jacqueline Rose Baldwin.
Jeffrey J. Vargas.
Stacy Elizabeth Wright.
Mutina Yvonne Timbo.
Nicole L. Hill.
Chantel Monique Laura Shell.
Vicky Faye Truman.
Alexandra Marie Hanna.
Amanda Kathleen Alexander.
Tara Ann Philcox.
Kaylee Ashlyn Thurman.
Anitra LaShawn Griffin, Phi Kappa Phi.
Sarah Dawn Jenkins.
Juanita Nicole Haynes.
Fanta Sanokia.
Emily Faith Thomas.
Lindsay Kennedy Higgins.
Eleni Marie Sifridis.
Courtney Lynn Fagan.
Lindsay May Westfall.
Kaylee Elizabeth Bayer.
Megan Horwath.
Alexa K. Wilson.
Carly Alyssa Nicodemi.
Kimberly E. Hernandez.
Catherine Alicia Hernandez.
Veronica Nikitsky.
Wendy Colleen Fu, Phi Kappa Phi.
Hannah Imtiaz.
Kaylee Alexandria Campbell.
Tamara McLarty.
Stephanie Margaret Figueroa Palaweke.
Leah Christine Shire.
Elizabeth Rose Rodriguez.
Marissa Nicole Bartley.
Carly Catherine Mathis.
Brianna Olivia Strickland.
James Harold Vick III.
Emily Swafford Corley.
Lauren E. Domeno.
Krista Lynn Scary.
Taylor M. Seitz.
Bryson Kennedy Hunt.
Mallory Elise Abercrombie.
Cassidy Reese Watson.
Emily Harding.
Aniko Zabo.
Nicole Bernadette Smith.
Lori Parker.
Holly Rose Greenwell, Phi Kappa Phi.
Rhonda Johnson.
Jeanette Hamilton, Phi Kappa Phi.
Tarnisha C. Smart, Phi Kappa Phi.
Bridget C. August.
Angela Dawn Reyes.
Nicole R. Mosley.
Kathleen Susan Volmer.
Victoria A. Jacobs.
Ashley Elizabeth Ireland.
Amanda Rose Balzano.
Kayla Robertson.
Alyssa Marie Finkelstein.
Catherine E. Riston.
Lisa Jean Maddox.
Brittany Morgan Price Pate.
Amanda Adair Rainey.
Hannah Renee Bowes.
Alyssa Roney Yates.
Derica Hayes.
Shalonda Alexandria Neely.
Alexa Guerra.
Cody D. Gresham.
Michael Austin Davis, Phi Kappa Phi.
Amanda Rose Rogers.
Don Davis Holland.
Rachel Soros Betros.
Jennifer Joan Jolie Rodriguez.
Joseph Y. Caston.
James Russell Love.
Brandy Nicole Clark.
Catherine Gabrielle Hunt.
Shauna Marie Stetzer.
Kimberly Michelle Abramson.
Angela Battle Huser.
Carolyn M. Fernandez.
Amanda Lynn Pendleton.
Rebecca Nicole Molina.
Alpha Gracia Percival. Phi Kappa Phi.
Zlata Mohammedegic.
Terry Kama Daniels.
Megan Ann Williamson.
Jonelle R. Lykin.
Connie Lorraine Briggs.
Petra Nielsen Stein.
Stacy Harris.
Liliana M. Or Yepes.
Lorna Ann Kelso.
Lauren Day Norton.
Tina Michelle Anderson.
Avina D. Andrew.
Trina Thomas.
Ayona Nicole Williams.
Martha Marie Polynice.
Jessica McCauley. This concludes the class of 2021 Master's graduates. We now present the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences 2021 MSN MBA dual degree graduates. Elisa Ann Scott.
Shandon M. Wilson.
We now present the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences 2021 doctoral candidates.
Okay, let's do the doctoral first.
Okay, I just read who gave me first. Okay, give me the paper.
No, let's do 21 and then we'll do 20.
Okay, let's do what we said.
Yes, they're hooding.
They said they're hooding.
So we need the name card.
Where are the name cards? Ma'am, how do you pronounce it? Culinary. They did not give them name cards.
No, they're hooding. They're people that are hooding. They're the faculty that are hooding.
Okay, so do we say their names or not?
No, we don't say the names. We start with this one. This is the first one that they're going to hug. They're going up there to hug.
Okay. Are they
go
ready
ahead.
now?
Yes.
Shelby Elizabeth Cullinane. We're gonna
Nicole Ryder.
Erica Iman Lyons.
Congratulations, Doc.
Eleanor Sarah Corbett.
Janine Herrera.
Brooke Page.
Congratulations, Doc. Bridget Jones.
Marcella Antoinette Price.
Sheila Norris.
Michaela Liana Hill.
Claire Cote.
Tiffany Wynn.
We now present the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences 2020 Doctor of Nursing Practitioner doctoral graduates. Candace Price Mall. Congratulations, Doctor.
Deborah Seiler Hickman.
Blanca I. McKeon.
Lauren M. Holloway.
Shannon LaBelle Crow, Phi Kappa Phi.
Amanda Danielle Lyons, Phi Kappa Phi.
Ma'am.
Oh, I need one.
Yeah. Katarina Akemi Engler DeVault.
Lori Susan Pisker, Phi Kappa Phi.
Veronica Wakoy Lacambra.
Marissa Marie Trina Lovely.
And then that's ends too. And then we'll introduce 2021. Gotcha. Gotcha. Pamela Elizabeth Simon Card, Phi Kappa Phi, Sigma Theta Tau. This concludes the class of 2020 doctoral DNP graduates. Are y'all DNP? DNP. 2021. We now present the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences 2020 DNP 2021 DNP doctoral graduates.
Francine Mamie Maribel, Phi Kappa Phi.
Got it. I just want to pronounce your Regis correctly. Yeah. Thank you. Erica Jean Cunningham Regis. Sigma Theta Tau.
Congratulations. All right. That's all the degrees we offer.
Lisa Marie Heath.
Donald L. Tanner, Phi Kappa Phi, Sigma Theta Tau. Should be right. Congratulations, Doc.
April Dion Starling, Phi Kappa Phi, Sigma Theta Tau.
Callie Leanne Soltero, Sigma Theta Tau.
Anne Denise Shellman Young.
Leanne Dye, Phi Kappa Phi, Sigma Theta Tau.
Shannon Mallory Keegan.
Courtney Sarah Delapart, Sigma Theta Tau.
Tao Win Lei Tran, Phi Kappa Phi.
Congratulations.
Nicoletta F. Buchik, Phi Kappa Phi. Sigma Theta Tau. Gotcha. Congratulations.
Brianna Nicole James.
Danielle Alexis Brunson, Sigma Theta Tau.
Ashley Gagne.
Ashley Ann Seithamel.
Megan Lee Kelly.
Jason John Bailey, Phi Kappa Phi, Sigma Theta Tau.
Nadine N. Ellis, Sigma Theta Tau.
Chelsea 4, Sigma Theta Tau.
They're just walking by. It's amazing. Uh-oh.
Congratulations.
It's a low number. 2 out of 10? 2.5? You got to take the over on that one.
Jennifer Renee Morton.
Unfortunately, we're not able to figure it out. Well, we're going to strap twice. See, what you may not know is there's a gigantic sign here.
I've seen it. Please
I've
take
seen
one.
it.
I've seen it. I saw it.
How does anybody walk
That
past
in
it?
consideration. I seen it. I saw it.
What's the conservative?
Jennifer L. Willison, Phi Kappa Phi, Sigma Theta Tau.
This is a miss.
And there goes the bet. 3 out of 3.
Jennifer Lynn Jacobson, Phi Kappa Phi.
There's no more. Might have to triple down.
House is wrong. One more. No, there was one more.
You are the rage.
Wendy Justina Jackson, Sigma Theta Tau.
Amber Regina Santos, Sigma Theta Tau.
Good job. Big class.
Melissa Danielle McCrae, Sigma Theta Tau.
Congratulations, well done, well earned.
This concludes the class of 2021 doctoral graduates, and this completes the awarding of all the degrees from the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences.
Thank you, Dr. Demps, Ms. Forte, and Dr. Sapienza. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for the first time the Jacksonville University Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences class of 2020 and the Jacksonville University Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences class of 2021. Congratulations, everyone. One of our most meaningful Jacksonville University commencement traditions is to honor the graduates who will later today also be commissioned as officers in the United States Navy and United States Marine Corps. Since 1971, Jacksonville University's Naval Reserve Officers Training Corps has forged a strong bond between this university and Jacksonville's military community, making our NROTC unit one of the finest in the nation. We are also proud that since its inception, this unit has provided more than 1,700 exemplary ensigns and second lieutenants for duty as officers in the United States Navy and United States Marine Corps. Now we are pleased to recognize the pending commissions of your dedicated classmates who also received their bachelor's degrees this morning. I invite Cecilia Chirocco and Michaela Cox to stand and be recognized. Cecilia received her BS in nursing this afternoon, and Michaela received her BS in kinesiology. Both Cecilia and Michaela will be commissioned as officers in the United States Navy tomorrow evening. Please join me once more in thanking Cecilia and Michaela for their service. At this time, we would also like to recognize our university's extended military family, including these fine graduates, along with 248 active duty U.S. military, reservists, and veterans, and 152 other military-affiliated students currently enrolled at this university. They represent the embodiment of our university's commitment to excellence and service. I also invite everyone in the audience today who has served in any branch of the United States military to please stand and let us recognize you. Thank you so much for your service to our country and for your sacrifices to ensure the freedom that we enjoy today. As we welcome the class of 2020 and the class of 2021 into the ranks of our nearly 40,000 alumni around the world, our next speaker exemplifies the passion and positive impact of the JU Dolphin Alumni Network. Valentino Ford is a double Dolphin who earned his Master's in Nursing Administration in 2011 and his Master's in Business Administration in 2018. Valentino is the Nurse Administrator for Surgical Services and Pain Services at the internationally renowned Mayo Clinic here in Jacksonville, with over 16 years of clinical and management experience. Prior to joining the Mayo Clinic, he was Director of Surgical Services at Wolfson's Children's Hospital. Valentino is a registered nurse who is also a board-certified nurse executive. We are grateful that Valentino has remained engaged with his alma mater as a member of our college's advisory board. He is also a member of the American College of Healthcare Executives. Valentino has volunteered with the United Way of Northeast Florida and participated in fundraising activities to benefit the community. Please help me bring forward to deliver the alumni welcome, Double Dolphin, Mr. Valentino Ford.
Thank you, Dean Tillman, for those kind words. Good afternoon, esteemed graduates. It's my honor to be here in celebration of you. As we celebrate you today, we pause to reflect on your hard work, dedication, sacrifices, and accomplishments. This past year, we've all experienced unprecedented COVID pandemic that challenged us to change the way we interact, social, professional, and in academic settings. Despite all that has occurred, you demonstrated perseverance and determination to graduate. You all rose above the odds, stayed focused, and now you're ready to take on the world. As a fellow alumni and Brooks Rehabilitation College of Health Sciences Advisory Board member, I couldn't help but look back at my time at JU. I recall how I felt in this amazing moment in time. May you always remember this moment as a symbol of your unwavering dedication to your future. I'm a graduate of the JU School of Nursing and the Davis College of Business. Since my time at JU, I've had the pleasure to work with many healthcare professionals, to learn from them, and to grow. Often, I am brought back to my JU roots, the foundation that has guided me in my clinical decisions and helped prepare me to be a better leader. In my day-to-day role as a nurse administrator at Mayo Clinic, I utilize the skills learned to meet the demands of our patients whose lives have been affected by illness and injury. I am fortunate to have the opportunity to work alongside other healthcare professionals as we advance care for our patients and transform the lives of our patients. As you all embark on your careers, always remember the responsibility we have as professionals to care for those around us, to inspire them, and give them hope for the future. It's been my pleasure to be here this afternoon. Thank you for allowing me the chance to share my journey with you, and I wish you all the best in your next chapter. Go Dolphins!
Thank you, Valentino. Thank you for your role here at the university and in the community. Graduates, it is time for us to wrap up and invite you and your families to enjoy the balance of the day in celebration as you move forward into a lifetime of achievement. We invite all the graduates, all the family, all the friends as we wrap up here in the next minute or two to please stay on the grounds, come up here and take photos, the dolphins down by the waterfront. For the rest of your lives, just like for me, Jacksonville University is your home. The door is always open to you. And at this time, to lead us in the singing of our alma mater, if you want to go to page 4 and follow the lyrics, I invite up Melissa Casares to graduate in the class of 22 with vocal performance. And we invite you to please stand and remain standing for the benediction following the alma mater. Melissa?
On the banks of the wide St. John's stands our alma mater dear, where by striving and through our friendship we find a pathway clear. It's the place where our thoughts return as through this busy world we roam, for our memories will always lead us back to our
Thank you, Melissa. And for our benediction, could I bring back, please, Mr. Tariq Sims? Tariq?
Friends, as we go forth from this celebration, may the joy and hope of this moment serve and guide you to find a lighted path in our world. Remember the power of positive intent and timely action in a world that is full of challenges and therefore full of opportunity. Use your many talents to create meaningful relationships, build communities, and spread compassion. And always come safely back to your JU family with pride and peace in your hearts. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tariq. Graduates, as you go out now into the world as Jacksonville University graduates, we ask of you one thing. Seek and achieve your potential. You have great gifts. You've learned plenty. You have grit and determination. Go with confidence and ascend to your rightful place. Ladies and gentlemen, warmest congratulations to everyone here. Good afternoon. We are concluded. Go Dolphins.